Are you afraid of making mistakes in the language that you are learning? Do you speak broken stuff in the language that you are learning? Like you can feel this thing that I'm speaking in my head is not correct. So watch this video if those two questions, you can understand those two questions, or you are facing those two questions. In this video, I'm going to show you how to get confidence, okay, in speaking the language that you are learning. In speaking the language that you are learning in a way that you don't speak it broken, okay? But of course, you're going to make some mistakes at some point, but it's not going to be that much broken, okay? So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I did it when I met someone for the first time who was speaking Spanish, and I had never met anyone who was speaking Spanish for the whole time that I had been learning, 3 years. But I'm going to show you the steps that I used, so that I prepared for 1 week, and when I met that person, I was really speaking well. But just a disclaimer is that you need to be at least at an higher intermediate level for you to use this method, because you cannot be a beginner and start using it and just speak it. Yes, it's good if you're a beginner and use it to improve every day, but for you to be speaking very well to someone with confidence, you need to have reached a certain level. So I did this because I knew that my level in Spanish is a bit high, is quite high, so that's why I did this method. And when I went to spoke to that lady, she was impressed because I could answer back, I could speak back. So in this method, I've been really talking a lot about language islands in my videos, if you have watched my videos recently. So today I'm going to show you how I used language islands. Okay, I'm going to show you exactly how I used it, like what did I do in the first week that I was preparing for me to go and speak to this lady. So this video is going to give you step-by-step ways for you to. Hi, my name is Connie. I speak 6 languages, 4 of which I have taught myself. If you want to see me speaking in those 4 languages, you can follow me on TikTok. Follow me at TikTok, okay, to see me speaking in those languages. And how I'm speaking, I also call that language islands because I choose a topic that people are asking and then I speak maybe in Spanish. I call that a language island because I'm also improving as I speak. I make mistakes and I really enjoy it. Okay, so why are you afraid of making mistakes? One of the things is that your brain doesn't have evidence that you can speak that language. For example, let's say if it's Swahili. Yes, you can understand Swahili. Your brain knows you can understand Swahili, but it doesn't have evidence of you speaking that language, so it cannot help you to speak that language. For instance, your native language. Your brain knows, for example, if your native language is English, your brain knows you can understand that language because you have gotten the input, you have read, you have listened, okay, you have watched things in that language, so you have input. And your brain has evidence that you can speak that language because you have been speaking to people, you have been writing in that language, you have been reading, you have been doing exams. So your brain has evidence that you can speak that language. But what about the language that you are learning? Does your brain have evidence of input? Maybe yes, it does. That's why you can understand. But does your brain have evidence of you doing output, of you speaking? Maybe it does, but a little bit. Okay, and the more you give your brain, the more it's going to give you. Okay, so I use this strategy called language islands. A language island is a topic in a language, the whole language, that's why it's called an island. A topic in a language that can stand for some things that are really important for you. Okay, for example, we can say introducing yourself is a language island. Introducing yourself is a language island. So what do you do with a language island? How do you start doing a language island? Let me give you my example. For example, when I knew I was going to meet that lady, I knew I was going to introduce myself. I knew I was going to introduce my family. I knew I was going to talk about my job. I knew I was going to talk about the school where I was, because that was the first job that I was doing. So I knew when I tell that person that maybe they're going to ask me about the school where I was, I knew we might talk about friends. I knew we might talk about what other thing? About siblings. And with those 6 topics, I knew how I can create questions in those 6 topics for me to ask that person, because we were going to do a conversation. It was not an interview that she was only asking me questions and answering. I was also supposed to ask her questions. So I learned about those, I wrote notes, and then I made videos of myself, private videos of those 6 topics, talking about those 6 topics in 1 week. And then with that, I kept in mind that I was going to ask questions as well. So I trained myself with questions in those 6 topics as well. And guess what? When I went to speak with her, it was like, let me say, 70% came from, it was like I was doing an exam, so I was revising. 70% of what we talked about came from that place. And I was really, really happy. Of course, there were some things that she threw from here and there, and I could understand because my level is advanced in Spanish, so I could understand. But I was really happy that 70% is the things, 70% of what I did is what we talked about. So with you as well, if you want to meet someone in the language that you are learning, you don't feel confident, you feel like you speak broken languages in your brain, okay? What you need to do is look for a language island. And at the end of this video, you are going to see a video that, as the suggested video will be on language islands, how to form a language island, like how to write about a language island, create video, what to do next, okay? And by the way, right now, after language islands, I just record audios. Okay, after you see that you have perfected a certain topic, you can try doing that topic in just an audio and see how, without checking the notes, and see how you're going to behave, how you're going to react, or just ask yourself questions and then respond using a language island. Okay, and you will see that your language is going to improve. Your language is going to improve. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have gotten something from this video. To support me financially, click down below on the link written buy me a coffee. You can buy me a coffee, okay, at any amount that you have, starting from $5, okay? And you can also click the link down below if you want to learn Swahili, or if you want to get notes of the videos that I post here on YouTube, which are 8 per month. Just click the link down below, and it's going to bring you to a page for you to sign up, to be getting notes from me. Okay, thank you so much. Please subscribe, share, like this video, and follow me on TikTok and Instagram. See you in the next video.